You've seen the news. I know you have. Trump faces jail. Congress drops new impeachment articles. Sounds like the loudest, most dramatic moment in American politics.
You've seen the news, haven't you? Biden leans forward, voice steady but urgent. Come on, folks, don't kid me. I know you have. That pause is deliberate, letting the weight of the moment sink in. Because this isn't just another headline. This isn't another soundbite to scroll past. What's happening in Washington is a test of our institutions, our laws, and whether the promises of our democracy still hold any meaning.
The Congress and the courts using two very different, powerful tools against the same president at roughly the same time.
He continues, eyes locked on the camera, voice firm but controlled. If anyone thinks they can twist the facts, distort the truth, or bypass the Constitution, well, they've got another thing coming. Every word carries the gravity of a warning, not a threat. Every syllable reminds the audience that the stakes are higher than partisan fights or political theater.
Now lives in the official congressional record. It contains 7 separate articles, each one laying out a category of alleged misconduct.
Two branches of government are acting at the same time, each using powers designed for rare moments like this, and together, they're signaling that no one is above the law.
Obstruction of justice, breach of the duty to faithfully execute the laws, seizing the power of the purse from Congress, abusing trade and war-related powers, violating First Amendment rights, creating an unlawful office, engaging in bribery and corruption, and finally, a charge that uses a word not thrown around lightly in constitutional law, tyranny.
Biden doesn't mince words. He explains that Congress isn't filing a resolution on a whim. This is House Resolution 3533, containing multiple articles that, in language carefully chosen, describe not just individual missteps, but a pattern of governance that pushes against the boundaries of the Constitution itself. Words like tyranny aren't thrown around lightly, and the choice to include them is deliberate.
A district judge, James Boasberg, has issued a ruling, and this ruling found that there is probable cause to hold Trump administration officials in criminal contempt of court. In his opinion, the judge described what he saw as willful disregard of his order.
On the other side, federal judges are asserting their authority in equally strong terms, issuing rulings that could result in contempt penalties, fines, and, in extreme cases, jail time. The point Biden makes is clear. These aren't symbolic gestures. These are serious actions from institutions built to preserve the rule of law, and ignoring them has consequences. He reminds the nation that this isn't about politics as usual. It's about whether the presidency recognizes limits, whether those limits are enforced, and whether the systems designed to protect the American people still function.
So when you hear that Donald Trump is facing impeachment and jail in the same news cycle, that's the convergence we're talking about.
When court orders are ignored and Congress is forced to step in, it's no longer abstract. It affects real people, families seeking asylum, communities waiting for funding promised by law, Americans watching the balance of power teeter in front of them. And that's exactly what Biden emphasizes. This is not partisan theater. This is the Constitution at work, confronting a challenge it hasn't faced in decades. The president, he notes, may face political pressure, legal scrutiny, or both simultaneously. Staffers, advisors, and officials are forced to make difficult choices, comply, resist, or step aside. Every action, every decision, has consequences not just for those in office, but for the country as a whole.
On one side, Congress is being asked to say that the president has committed high crimes and misdemeanors and should be removed from office. On the other, judges are signaling that if the administration keeps ignoring court orders, they are absolutely prepared to use their contempt powers.
And Biden doesn't shy away from making it personal. He tells the viewers that what happens in these halls, in these courtrooms, will ripple into their daily lives, into the stability of institutions, into the trust we place in the government.
You might be watching this thinking, has the House actually impeached Trump again? It's designed to frame this as a systemic threat, not just a dispute over one policy or one scandal. This is about something deeper.
As he closes, he returns to that direct, piercing tone. You've seen the news, but you haven't seen the truth. Not yet. And we're not stopping until accountability is restored, until the rule of law is respected, and until our democracy proves that it still works for every American.